All right. Welcome to A to Z Sports Live, Game Day Live, halftime show. Here, Jesse Holley, Skywalker Still. 13 Cowboys, 14 Panthers. This is exactly what we thought it might be here. A scrappy, hard, tough, gritty game. And if you are not respecting this Panthers team or this Panthers defense especially, you better be after this first half. Those boys are flying around. But, Jesse, your kind of overall thoughts so far as we open up this, or as we get ready to go into the second half here, man?
On my Denny Green stuff, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
If you guys listen to what we were saying in the pregame show, this is exactly what you're seeing right now. This team is a fast, physical, disciplined, a bunch of football-playing dudes.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are flirting with disaster. We've seen fumbles, we've seen bad snaps, we've seen off-timing throws. This is one of those games. This is one of those games where if you don't put them away and you let this team hang around, they will beat you.
Well, I have it right here. Flirting with disaster. How many times? I mean, yes, the Cowboys got lucky with the Dalton Schultz, and they did ultimately make them pay. But I mean, you're talking about potential picks could have happened there. The penalties that are going their way. So this could be a even stranger game.
Right.
I don't know that I'm okay with the going for two right there. I mean, they went for it. I don't know if they should overturn it, but. Just it's early in the game, in my opinion. There, just kick the field goal.
Again, hindsight's always 20/20.
Right.
We can look back and say they shouldn't have went to it. They should have went for it. When you get the ball on the 1 yard line, we talked about this before. The ball's on the 1 yard line. The percentages say that you should go for it. You have the superior, talented team. And if we're being honest, and I know I'm nitpicking, and that's okay.
Yeah, the same here. I'm nitpicking with the call.
This is those plays that won't allow Dak to bust through. That's a bad throw by Dak.
You just got to put it out there.
All the momentum is going towards the sideline. You throw it to his back hips, which slightly slows down his momentum, allow the defender to get back in play, and his knee is down before the ball crosses the plane. It's small things like that. Just get the ball out in front of him. His momentum takes him to the sideline. He turns, puts it over the line. 2 points.
2 points.
You're up by 1 right now. But it didn't go that way. Now your knee was down, and now all of a sudden here you are. You're down 1 point because of plays like that. But this game is a game of inches. It's a wacky football game. And right now, we are seeing this is the chess match of football. We talked about in the pregame. How many days did the Panthers have to prepare for the Cowboys?
10 days.
10 days.
And we said we're going to see some things that the Cowboys haven't saw. And we saw with the Micah Parsons play. They have him back at linebacker, by the way, now. So he's the back and forth is kind of maybe an issue today, but you saw it. Okay, Micah wants to be at linebacker. He's going to follow the running back. If he does, it opens up the seams, and it's a 2-and-1 is what I call it. If he doesn't follow him, they throw it. If he does follow him, we run it. That's preparation.
Yes.
Joe Brady is dialing it up. He really is. Sam Darnold is really looking like Samuel L. Jackson, right?
And the LB, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. Don't get me wrong, he's not playing bad as a passer, but he's not doing anything spectacular. He's doing exactly what did I say? He makes the routine plays. And Joe was saying, hey, just stay within the system, and he's staying within the system. Now, he's still going to give you opportunities is about 2 or 3 shots he threw in there that we talked about at the pregame show where, hey, man, you got a chance to make interception. I believe it was Diggs that missed it, and then Jordan Lewis was another one that missed it. But you got to take advantage of that because right now he's holding on to the ball in regards to the sacks.
And that's what I said in the pregame as well. Like you said, the interceptions. I said more so maybe the strip fumbles. We've been getting to them. Randy Gregory has 2 sacks in the first half. Yep. I think Doris Armstrong may have one, or I'm sorry, Terrell Basham has the other one. But the ball's not coming out. You're going to be able to get to Sam Darnold. Cam Irving can't hold up. Yep. We knew that coming into the game. Randy Gregory knew that coming into the game. That's why he has 2 sacks now. But the ball's not coming out, and they're being able to recover. The thing that the Cowboys have to do, and we can debate this more in the post-game show, however you want to do it, get off the field on 3rd down.
Oh, my gosh.
Get the hell off the field on 3rd down, especially 3rd and longs.
3rd and longs.
Get off the field. You want to help yourself and help your offense? Get off the field. Be better on 3rd down. getting off the field, especially when you know that they're third down and they have no choice but to pass the ball.
The Panthers are 4 for 6 on third down. I guarantee you 3 of those third down conversions are third and long.
Right.
You have to get off the field. Now, Dak Prescott right now, I believe, is 8 for 15 for a little over 100 yards, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 10 carries, 49 yards on the touchdown. The ground game is kind of doing well enough. The problem is Joe Brady is doing exactly what we said, right? He's not going to dial it back.
Phil Snow.
Phil Snow.
Yeah.
He's turning it up. And that's making Dak Prescott have to get the ball out of his hands. And here's the difference. I thought that with Dak having the experience, okay, maybe we'd be able to block it up. Joe is saying, you know what? I know Dak has the experience, so I'm going to send more than you can block. So regardless, now Joe is saying, cool, we know you might call the right protection, but your 5 can't block my 7. Your 5 can't block my 6. So he's getting a free rusher, I swear, it feels like on every single blitz. Every single one. So now this is what we need to see. We need to see that adaptability, right? We need to see them adjust. You talked about that chess match. Can Kellen adjust? What can Kellen do to adjust in the second half, you think?
Again, find ways to use their aggressiveness against them.
It seems like we're not doing it.
Because Phil Snow is not going to stop doing what – in fact, like as the game went on, he was like, you know what? I tried to back off a little bit and it kind of hurt me. I'm going back to blitzing again. You know, they're not going to sit back. He is coming after the quarterback. So Kellen Moore has to go in there, make the proper adjustments, and then now use that aggressiveness against the Panthers. Find those open guys. Amari Cooper hurt his hamstring in the first half. He came back in, made some big plays. You were all over the bar because Dak Prescott missed a wide open Schultz running down the field. But that's a product of Joe Snow saying, you know what, I'm going to send a blitz from a side that you probably ain't even going to look on that side. And now Dak is so concerned of getting the ball out quick that he doesn't have time to come back to that progression.
That's a great point.
You got to kind of play this thing cat and mouse a little bit, and hopefully they go inside and prepare and say, all right, we've seen what they've done. They've seen what we've done. This is the Kellen.
Yep.
You want some respect put on your name?
Yep.
You all 3 of them? You want us to put some respect on your name and not call you a little boy, but call you the man? This is the type of game you do it. You go in at halftime, you make the adjustment, and you come out and you capitalize where they mess up.
Cowboy Marty said, why are we not blitzing Darnold with Parsons from linebacker? That's something that I have been saying. It feels like that Dan Quinn right now is saying, we're just going to rush the 4 and we're going to play man across the board. That has been successful this year. But I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out why we aren't. But maybe it's because of this. They sacked Darnold 3 times in the first half on mostly stunts.
Right.
A lot of stunts are getting home. But, again, 3rd and longs are the Achilles heel in the first half for Dallas Cowboys, and it's because of Samuel L. Jackson and not Samuel Darnold for the most part.
And for the Cowboys, they're playing 62% of the time, they're playing man-to-man coverage. So now if you blitz Micah Parsons, right, who do you have to drop back in coverage? And that is big. That is
missing Keanu Neal right now.
Right, you're missing Keanu Neal. You're missing those other guys. We talked about the Jabril Cox situation. He's not playing, not because you just can't. I don't know if he knows enough to go out there and be competent in what they're calling defensively. But if you blitz Michael Parsons and he does not get home and he finds a running back or receiver in that shallow cross area, you're now talking about them being lined up against Leighton Vander Esch or Jalen Smith. It's just how they want to do it. And like you said, the cat and mouse game. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna make Micah Parsons a rush in. No problem. Joe Brady had 10 days to prepare for that. They said, we don't have Christian McCaffrey?
Nope.
Cool. DJ Moore, come play running back. Now you have DJ Moore, a running back, on Leighton Vander Esch. Advantage, Carolina Panthers. This is the cat and mouse game that they're playing. Joe Brady has called a hell of a game, and he's matching you play for play, player for player. He's finding those open spaces where you're voiding. So this is the thing that they have to do. Do we want to eliminate Micah Parsons and make him a blocker? Make him a rusher? And leave Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith out there on the open to be almost abused a little bit? Or do I want to take my best cover linebacker and leave him there and then try to create pressure up front with the other guys? Again, I sound repetitive. I sound like a broken record.
No, it's real.
This is the chess match that we call football. Going to the halftime, Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, you now have to figure this thing out and see if you can't have answers for what Joe Brady and this team is doing to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's really nothing to get overly upset about because like we tried to say in pregame, this is a good football team.
They didn't believe us.
This is a good football team.
They played the Texans, they played the so-and-so. I'm like, all right, turn the film on.
You got to turn that tape on because it's different. They play cohesively. And that's what's happening in the game on defense. They're playing like we've seen previously.
Right. It's
just that can Dallas now take advantage of it? In first half, they have not been able to. For the most part,
ain't bust them in the head.
They ain't bust them in the head because Joe Brady said, I'm not going to let you. I'm going to do is I'm going to send more than you can block. So let's see if they can adjust. And again, we got to give a hat tip to Joe Brady, but let's see if
Phil Snow.
I don't
know why you keep giving
No, Joe Brady, on offense.
Oh, offense, okay. All right, okay.
Yeah, I got to give him his credit. Hubbard, I always say Howard. Hubbard is having a decent first half. Obviously, Sam Darnold with the 2 rush touchdowns. You know he's leading the NFL. 5 rushing touchdowns. I mean, that's
Samuel L.
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 60 yards, just your normal DJ Moore.
Ho-hum.
He's not going to do anything exceptional. He's going to get the first down.
This is what they do.
Yeah, it's very just matriculate down the field, not going to do anything crazy. So what Dallas needs to do, in my opinion, defensively, if they're not going to take advantage of stepping in those tight windows, getting a pick, you got to get a turnover on. Sam is going to he's going to give you one.
Right.
You got to strip sack, put your offense in a nice situation to score. I do feel this way. If they can get up on the Panthers by double digits, be it 10, 12, 13 points, I think they have the advantage the rest of the way because this game is, you see it right now, it's too tight. It's too tight. And I feel like if the Panthers get up by double digits, that becomes scary time because they're coming after this front and they're not allowing Dak to get comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and move forward into the second half, and let's see what happens, folks. Let's see what happens. Good in the chat here. Shout out to you guys that's joined us. Rika says, what is McCarthy wearing? I love it and hate it. I'm going to end up. Listen, I actually talked about that hoodie. I like the hoodie.
Yeah, that's the crucial catch, right? So everywhere, October's always been breast cancer awareness, but crucial catch means for all of them.
Real quick, Alpha, I want to say this real quick. He says, need to spy on Darnold. That's not really the problem right now. The problem is Joe Brady is scheming up on your linebackers in the red zone. He just is. Like you said, it's twice really on Micah. Okay, Micah, you want to be a rusher? LVE can't cover DJ Moore out the back end. Micah, you want to be a linebacker? You got to make a decision. Stay home with Sam Darnold or allow 4 on 3 in the screen game. So it's just really a great cat and mouse game going back and forth, and I'm excited to see what happens moving forward. All right, that is the halftime show here at Revolver, Texas Live. Jesse Holley, Skywalker Still. Join us in the post-game show. Hopefully a victory post-game show, but, man, this is a tight one. All right, guys, we'll see you in about, an hour and a half or so?